It was a busy day at the office, and the team was working hard to meet an upcoming deadline. As the team leader, Sarah had been working tirelessly to make sure everything was on track and that her team had everything they needed to succeed. As the lunch hour approached, Sarah noticed that her team members were starting to get hungry and restless. She knew that it was important to keep morale high and decided to surprise her team by ordering lunch for everyone. As the food arrived, Sarah watched as her team eagerly gathered around the table to dig in. She noticed that a few of her team members were hanging back, looking unsure of whether or not they should join in. Sarah realized they were probably worried about the cost of the lunch and didn't want to take advantage of her generosity. Without hesitation, Sarah made her way to the back of the line and stood there patiently, waiting for everyone else to get their food before she helped herself. As she waited, she noticed the relieved looks on the faces of her team members and the way they visibly relaxed as they enjoyed their lunch. When it was finally Sarah's turn to get her food, she sat down at the table and began to eat, chatting and laughing with her team as they enjoyed their meal together. As she sat there, Sarah couldn't help but feel proud of the strong bond that she'd formed within her team and the way they all worked together to achieve their goals. As the team leader, Sarah knew that it was important to lead by example and to set the tone for the team. By eating last, she showed her team that she was willing to put their needs before her own and that she was committed to creating a positive and supportive work environment. In the end, Sarah's small act of kindness had a big impact on her team and helped to create a culture of trust, respect, and collaboration within the group. And as they all sat around the table enjoying their lunch together, Sarah couldn't help but feel grateful for the opportunity to lead such a wonderful team. In the concept of leaders eating last, popularized by author and speaker Simon Sinek, the leader of an organization or team is expected to prioritize the needs and well-being of their team members over their own. This includes putting the team's needs ahead of their own when it comes to resources, support, and even simple acts of kindness like ordering lunch. The idea behind leaders eating last is that by demonstrating a willingness to put the needs of the team first, leaders can create a culture of trust, respect, and collaboration within the organization. When team members see their leader acting with their best interests in mind, it can inspire a sense of loyalty and commitment to the team and the work being done. One practical example of this concept in action would be a leader who ensures that their team has all the necessary resources, support, and training they need to complete their work effectively, even if it means the leader has to sacrifice some of their own time or resources to make it happen. Another example could be a leader who makes a point to listen to and address the concerns and ideas of their team members, even if it means taking a step back and letting team members take the lead on certain projects or decisions. This demonstrates a willingness to put the needs of the team first and create a culture of trust and collaboration. The idea behind leaders eating last is that by putting the needs of the team first, leaders can create a positive and supportive work environment that encourages teamwork, creativity, and productivity. Sinek argues that this type of leadership is especially important in times of uncertainty or change, when team members may be feeling anxious or uncertain about the future. By showing that the leader is willing to make sacrifices for the team and put their needs first, the leader can help to build morale and foster a sense of togetherness within the group. For example, let's say you're a team leader at a company, and you've just been informed that there will be layoffs due to financial difficulties. As a servant leader, you prioritize your team's well-being and decide to take a pay cut in order to save as many jobs as possible. This selfless act can help to boost team morale and foster a sense of unity as you all work together to navigate this difficult time. Another scenario could be a sports coach who puts the needs of their players before their own desire to win. They may encourage their players to take breaks when they're feeling burnt out or injured, even if it means potentially sacrificing wins in the short term. This shows the team that their well-being is the coach's top priority and can help to build trust and commitment within the group. Servant leadership is about putting the needs of the team or group before your own and being willing to make sacrifices for their benefit. This can help to foster a positive and supportive work environment and lead to long-term success. However, Sinek also emphasizes that leaders eating last is not just about performing small acts of kindness or generosity, It's about making a concerted effort to prioritize the well-being and success of the team over one's own interests and needs. This might mean sacrificing personal time or resources to help the team achieve its goals, or making tough decisions that may not always be popular in the short term, but are ultimately in the best interests of the team and the organization. In a medical setting, an example of a leader eating last could be a hospital administrator who ensures that their staff has the necessary protective equipment, training, and support to safely treat patients during a pandemic. This might involve the administrator sacrificing their own comfort or convenience by working long hours or making tough decisions to allocate limited resources in the best interests of the staff and patients. Another example could be a nursing home manager who prioritizes the needs and well-being of their residents and staff by investing in training, support, and resources for their team. This might involve the manager making difficult budget decisions or rearranging their own schedule to ensure that the staff has the support they need to provide high-quality care to the residents. Ultimately, the concept of leaders eating last is about creating a culture of trust and collaboration within an organization where team members feel valued and supported and are willing to go the extra mile to achieve success. By putting the needs of the team first and demonstrating a willingness to make sacrifices for the greater good, leaders can inspire loyalty and commitment within their team and create a positive and supportive work environment. Sinek Inspires. Please like and subscribe.